Hello everyone, this is Thomas Pepin NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin and let's play some NHL. So we're continuing the franchise mode series where I've taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're on season 6, episode 8, and we're in the off season here after having just won our third Stanley Cup in 6 seasons, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, we've done some stuff, not a crazy amount. And to be honest, as soon as I take a couple days off, I have no idea what I just did. So, I'm just going to quickly review where we are at and then we'll proceed. So, give me one sec here. So I think this is all good. I'm supposed to max out that and that, so that's good. I think I already did the coaching hiring. So yeah, we're going with a coach that's actually, well, assuming we can sign him, technically not as good as our associate coach, but he's an offensive style coach, and for me, that's very important. Now, we've had balanced coaches previously, and I shouldn't say that this is necessarily what I want because I don't know for sure. I haven't tried having an offensive coach yet. I've only had balanced. And like I've said previously, this is the first time I've owned the game since 2014. So all this stuff, well, I tested, I think, 2 seasons of franchise mode before I started the series. And so I haven't been able to learn everything yet. So I'm kind of learning as I go. And typically my style would be to go with an offensive coach. I mean, in real life, if I was managing a team, that's what I would want. So I'm trying to apply the same thing. And we're actually downgrading coach. We just won a Stanley Cup with a guy we signed for 1 year, and he's theoretically a better coach. So, anyways, so long story short, it's going to be a bit interesting to see what happens for one going with an offensive coach, and second thing, going with a coach that's actually technically not as good. Where's the... Oh, that's why. So I think we went for him for our... Yeah, our AHL coach, and then the rest are all assistant coaches for the AHL, I think. And that's another thing. We just won the Calder Trophy, and we're not going with the same head coach. So sorry, I should say that we're trying to implement the same thing in the AHL, or at least, in principle. So an offensive coach, or at least I'm pretty sure I did. And then here I did the scouting. Coaches, scouts. Extending players. I think I did that already as well. Chronic, Ollie, Martins, Suzuki, and so Suzuki we're probably trading. Clifton, what is the situation there? We could extend, but there's no urgency because he's AHL. So we'll actually wait to see how his overall changes in the off season. Oh, this is a guy we just traded for in another trade. Goalies, nobody there. Mrazek, we're not going to extend because he's getting old and we don't know what's going to happen with him. Okay. So that's done. We've traded everybody I think we're supposed to trade. So we picked up this guy, I think as on our third pairing for defense. Did we get rid of, what's his face? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So I think all we have left is to sign free agents. Now, Thompson, we might trade depending on what we're looking at for the free agents, because $7 million for him, he's probably going to play on our third or fourth line. So actually, on that, so we have to wait till we see if we get the head coach that we're looking for in order to decide what we do, because the offensive head coach typically it says that he rolls 3 lines, so prioritizes 3 lines, in which case then the fourth line really can more or less be anything. So why would you have a guy making $7 million on your fourth line when they're not even really going to play? So it'd be better to trade him. But we have to first figure out what's going on with the coach before we can do that. And if we don't have an offensive coach, then that means we're going to go with a balanced coach, which plays all 4 lines. So a lot of stuff's dependent on that. Also, we don't know what the fit for all these players is going to be with the offensive coach, because they have different player preferences and line makeups and all that kind of stuff. So, and I don't think we discover that until the preseason. And then at which point we'll probably have to make trades or, at least, start planning. So we have 30 something million, I thought it was. 31. And let's just double check on how many guys we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this Judry guy, or Judry, however you pronounce it, we're probably, as crazy as it seems, we're probably going to put him back to junior for an extra year of development. And then likewise for this guy, because he's 17, even though he's pretty much ready to go. It just extends the length of time that we have them, and they should increase in overall rating. And so I can just basically it's the timing of all the players when they come in and out. So the longer you can wait before starting to eat up their contract, um, the longer you can keep the guys that you currently have. So anyway, so I'm trying to also plan for the long term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 forwards in theory, assuming we get the offensive coach, and then in depth guys, and then in net we have the same group. So Thompson, Nolan, and Mrazek. And then defense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 defense, 2 forwards. And then so we have 30 million minus 4 million for the depth forwards. Oh, wait, no, that's not going to tell us. We need to go to contracts. $13. 7. 13, 7, and 2 is 22, and we have 23 roster spots, if I'm not mistaken. So it is actually a full 30 million we have, minus the 1 extra goalie, which is about $1 million. So we have 29 million, 29 million that we can spend on free agents. So, and that's for 4 players. 29 million for 4 players. What's the math of that? 29 divided by 4 equals 7.25 per player. And then 2 of them are, so they're depth D, which means, wait, so maybe one's not a depth D. So we can subtract about, so if we have, wait, 29, so 28, we'll say $1 million for the depth D, so the 7th defenseman, 28 divided by 3 then. So we can spend 9.3 million per player. That's nuts. Okay, so Kucherov would be good. We should have, and I said this last stream, we should have had him 2 years and then traded him to get value out of him, but we can kind of make up for it by doing the same thing this season. Because he's still got... Yeah, if we sign him $2 million, so he's not going, or 2 years is what I meant. Because 2 years he's not going to be retiring by then. He'll still have good trade value. Should have pretty decent trade value at the end of the season. So we'll sign him 2 years this time, and then trade him in the in next offseason or the regular season before the deadline if he doesn't fit or for any number of reasons. So Kucherov, I'm just going to make a list of the guys so we're not going to attempt to sign because we want to see what the market's willing to pay. So like we saw with Kucherov, I think his asking price went down to like $7 million last season. So, or what we signed him for, I think was $7 million. So Kucherov, we could afford some crazy things here because if we can spend like $9 million on average per player of the three, so 2 forwards and 1 D, we could spend this crazy amount, but I don't want, because I would want to trade them afterwards, and I don't want to sign and trade somebody without that being kind of the whole plan. So Kucherov, it makes sense because we wouldn't want to keep him long term. Actually, you know what? We could do it with anybody, but in any case. So Kucherov, teams are already interested in the rest of these guys, so we're not going to get into a bidding war. Tuck's not good enough for 8.4. $10 million and 3 teams are interested. That's crazy. Jesper Bratt, 8 point something, too much. Dalibor Dvorsky, what a name. You know what? We could actually go for one of these expensive guys because it's just for one season while the other guys develop, and we'll have 2 forwards developing. Not. I'm thinking just in terms of the math. Because Kucherov will probably go for about the same as last season. And I know we can afford 9.3 per player. I just don't want to get too close to the cap limit. 58. He's not bad. Forward line 1, though. $40, $54. I could have sworn he played for us before, but I guess it must have been in previous version. This guy's actually alright. For a third line, Vrana. $54, $50. He's a center. He's not bad either. Oh, Malkin. Man, he's old though, 41. His overall is probably going to tank. $50 exactly. Did he play for us? He did. Are those NHL numbers? No way. 82 points. He doesn't fit though. I mean, again, this doesn't really tell us because we don't know what the coach is looking for. So these fits could change. Pajot, I like him normally. He's 35 in this. Bjorkstrand's played with us before and he did good. I like him. So in the end, we need 2 forwards. I might get 4, in which case we already have a list of 4. Kucherov, Vrana, Carlson, and Bjorkstrand. I should be able to afford them all. So all the guys that are already getting bids on them, I'm not gonna compete for them. All forward lines. 58. Did he play with us? Did. He wasn't bad. His face-offs are okay. We'll keep him on the list too, DACH. So we want guys that are going to fit on the later lines. Now, him, he was good, but not great. 37 points in 82 games is, perfectly reasonable, but I'd rather potential for more points, which I didn't look at the rest of his seasons, but I already know that some of these other guys I'd prefer. Yeah, Pajot I should maybe write down. He only had 37 points though. Andy's 35. I think we tried this guy before, didn't we? I guess not. Could have sworn we did. 41 points. Yeah, that's his best season. Donato we've tried. Duchesne, eh? 59 points. Oh. He's only good for the first line. And then at 82 and below, we're not going to really look at. We have the luxury of being able to spend basically anything. And then defense, it was Hamilton we were looking at. So defense, Morrissey will consider. Smith, no. Brandstrom, no. Hamilton, yes. He's going to probably dip in his overall, though, because he's at 35 now. Hamilton. No. No. Man, these guys are all asking for a lot. They're only 83 overall. They're barely producing, too. Fowler. Yossi, too. 38 points. He's 38 years old, though. I'm gonna write his name down just in case he starts asking for like way lower, because I'll consider it if he's not asking for too much. Yeah, we started with him. Who's this? So that's, I guess, it for D. So we actually have a few decent options. And if I go with 4 guys, then that means I can spend 7 million per. Okay, so all those guys we're gonna monitor. We're not gonna get into any bidding wars or anything. Any goalies of serious consideration? Leonard. Really? He's good, but he's probably going to slip because he's 39 now. Grubauer, I doubt it. Yeah, those are AHL numbers. Forsberg. AHL numbers not good enough. Okay, so that's our list. I don't think any goalies then. And then just before I proceed, we're going to try to pick up some high value two-way contract guys. That's it. Nothing there either. Okay, so we can save that. So this is our AHL head coach, and we signed him for 8 years, which is fantastic. And his overall is pretty decent for an AHL head coach, so I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. This was, yeah, a guy for AHL assistant coach. But he said no. This is our AHL assistant coach. Wow, a B minus. He actually accepted it. That's wild. That's great. 1 scout, 2 scouts. Just before going through, because that's some good. It's a good start for us. I'm gonna save. We'll move forward one more day. Oh, super. So now we have our head coach. We got him locked up for 8 years, only 2.1 million. I mean, his career coaching record's not that great, but I don't think, of course we'll see in the end, but I don't think our head coach is of critical importance with how good our team's going to be. I know it's relevant. It's just, yeah, and on top of it, he'll develop into a better head coach over 8 years. So now we can actually spend less on our coaching, which means we profit more. We overspent on our associate coach. I think he's making 2.4. So, but the combination of all the coaches is dramatically lower than we were spending before. So this is fantastic news. So that means all of our coach positions are filled. Well, that's fine. We already filled your spot. We will save again. So I believe everything's filled. Maybe not all the scouts though. So yeah, all the coaching. Man, that is nuts. I can't believe the coaching that we have. So look at this. So our assistant coach in the AHL is as good as the head coach. This generalist guy, once his contract expires, we're probably going to chop him, move Halpern up, and then get hopefully a decent AHL assistant coach similar to this guy. And then yeah, you can. So it's 2.6 million for the associate coach. So accidentally, I gave him a head coach salary because that's what he was asking for, but I kept him in his position. This coach we're gonna let go, I believe, eventually as well, and then try to get a good NHL assistant coach. So this structure here is probably, so in the AHL is probably what we're going to have in the NHL, excluding the generalist. I like the idea of the two goalie ones because it should stabilize our goaltending, and we're not spending much on goaltending, so that's an important thing. So it's like an insurance policy for our goaltending. So if you have low-end goaltending, or in effect we would have average goaltending with good goaltending coaches, you should have then good goaltending at basically no cost. Our forwards are all as good as they can get, and with an offensive coach we should have a more productive team. And then so from having an offensive team with good goaltending, the defense skill doesn't need to be all that great, but it will be anyway. So long story short, we should have pretty dramatic goal differentials. We've already had good goal differentials, but the goal is to have even greater goal differentials with this kind of strategy. So, and I went over all this kind of stuff in what was the name of this series? Making the perfect NHL roster or something like that. I forget. Anyways, it's where I developed a management strategy for NHL GMs, and so I'm implementing what I can in the game here. And I know it's just a video game, but I'm hoping to see, similar results and stuff. So, yeah, there's got to be, yeah. So there's 3 guys left. Oh shoot, they have a whole bunch of teams interested. That's the problem that we're running into right now. So they might not even go with us. In which case, that it's not of critical importance. We've already got good enough scouting, I believe. So, and then we just won't sign anybody else, and we'll save that money. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I think I saved, but I'm going to save again. And then I'm just going to run through my list here to make sure. I already know I need to do this. So coaching budget can go down because we've hired everybody. Scout salaries I can punch up a little bit. And everything else doesn't matter really. Okay. Coaching staff is all done. I still can't believe how good our coaching is across both NHL and AHL. It's should be very good for us, but of course we'll see. And like I said, I haven't. They have us as a conditional seller. That seems crazy. Yeah, I haven't tested out with an offensive coach, so I think I have what I want, but of course we'll see. Okay, so coaches is done. Scouts, we're still waiting to hear. Extend players, we already did that. Don't need to trade players. Free agents, we need to check now. Any new, whoops, two-way guys. No, any goalies? No. And then what's going on with our target players? Oops. So nobody for Kucherov yet. Doc, somebody is. We're not going to get into a bidding war. What's he asking? 6.2. Where's the rest of these guys? 5.1, I'd rather that. 3.8, I'd rather that. And then Bjork, where are you? 5.5. So yeah, since people are already going for Doc, we're just going to have to abandon him as an option, which is okay, because we didn't really need him. We could offer a contract of whatever we would be willing to pay. Problem is then it's going to take away from space that we would want to spend on other players. And we're not attempting to sign them yet. So Morrissey's been approached. Hamilton not yet. Yossi not yet. Should we go for Morrissey? I think no is the answer. So, actually I haven't seen since we changed our coaches. I should also do this with the forwards we were targeting. Forwards were. So it still looks like it's the same fits. Yeah. Okay. Do we go for Morrissey? That's tough. Okay, so if those guys are, let's say 5 million a piece on average, 5, 10, 15, 15 plus 7 approximately is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Plus 8 is 26. So we We can afford Morrissey. I don't want any of the other guys that everybody's competing for, and I'm not spending that 12 million whatever for Byram. So in this case, we will offer for Morrissey early. What are we willing to pay? So we're not going 4 years. We'll do 2. Which brings them up to 35. Maybe a good way is let's compare to our current players. I think the most we're spending on a defense is 7.1 Slavin, I think. I don't think Morrissey would accept 7.1. So if we're, maybe let's do it this way. So I'm willing to pay approximately 20%, I think 20% over, so that's what I'm willing to bid over what the other people, even though I don't know what they're actually bidding, what they would do. So essentially it's 20% over their expected salary. So what we'll do is 20% over what I'm willing to pay, which is the 7.1. So 8.52 is what that's coming up as. So if we go down to 2 years and then we go to 8.525. So we'll do that. If it doesn't work, wait. So we're actually going to do 3 years. And the reason is, so we're going to use him for 2 years, so we'll use him up to 35. I'm glad I thought about this before submitting. We'll use him up to 35 because he's unlikely to slip in terms of his overall rating before 35. And then we'll have the extra year so we can trade him in the off season when his value is still good. So that's going to be the plan with Morrissey, if he'll accept, but we'll see. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then Yossi hasn't been signed or attempted to be signed, and Hamilton either, so we can wait on them. Nobody else here. I think I already checked it. Okay, so we'll try that. See what happens. I mean, the reason I'm going for Morrissey, I typically wouldn't, but he's within range for price. So it's not the end of the world if we don't get him, because in all likelihood we'll get Hamilton. In which case all we need is a depth guy that is going to cost us like $1 million or $2 million, and we can trade for him if we can't get him from free agency. So, and then basically all of our money is going to be spent on the forwards. And I'm kind of trying to get more forwards than I'm supposed to. But I want to do that for both depth and the ability to then trade extra guys. So I'll have 2 extra guys or 2 guys more than I need, and then probably trade 2 of them. And so we're going to take that 30 or 29 million, whatever it is. 28, I think, is what I said, because I assigned 2 million to. Yeah, anyways. Uh, yeah, spend less per player and then trade away guys, and it just gives us more assets to help build our asset depth because it's not that great at the moment. Okay, so that's good. Great, we got one of the good scouts that we were looking for. Another good scout that we were looking for. And the last good scout we were looking for. So we got one of our 2-way guys. We renewed Martin's, which is great. Good 2-way guy for Vesalainen. And then, can I go forward one day? I'll save actually just before I do that. Huh. I'm surprised that he accepted it. I think maybe because we're a good team. I don't know in the end, but wow, that's pretty good. We spent more than I would have liked to, but that's good news. Wow, I'm surprised everybody re-signed for what we offered because we weren't going too crazy on our offers. Okay, now let's see where the rest of the free agents are at. So first we'll do forwards. Oh, and I can take Morrissey off of our list now. So we actually might turn out getting Morrissey and Hamilton. I don't know if we can necessarily afford it, given what we signed Morrissey for, but yeah, maybe we shouldn't even go for Hamilton. That's tough. Well, anyways, just before we think about that too much, Kucherov hasn't been approached yet. Bjorkstrand hasn't been approached. Oh, it's not in order, which is why other guys weren't showing up first. Nobody's approached Verana, Carlson, or Bjorkstrand. That's good news for us because that means they're going to probably be cheaper than they already are. So that's good. Cool. So that's good news. Hamilton is still not approached, which is also good news. How much is 42 points in 69 games? Man, we maybe shouldn't have even gone for Morrissey, but that's fine anyways. Let's do the 2-way guys. Wow, some people already. What's this guy's story? Sure, I guess at 81 overall, if you're willing to take a 2-way. Joey Anderson. We had him before. He was asking for a one-way. So we'll surely offer him. And that's it. No goalies. Save. Oh, did we check Yossi? I don't think I did. Yeah, so teams are going for him. We're not spending that money on him because he's 82 overall. He's 38, and I'm sure before the season starts that's going to dip to like 80 or 79 or something crazy. So that takes him off the list. We're not going for him for sure. Then has Doc actually been signed? Or is he still technically there? Yeah, he has been signed. Okay, so then he's off the list too. So now we have 22 million or so. We've got 5 players that we're targeting. We only need, technically, 2 forwards, and that's actually it. But getting 4 forwards and 1 D would be ideal if we can get that under the 22 million there. Let's just get have a review here. So Provorov, Slavin, Morrissey, Hronik, Heg, Grolo. So we don't need another defenseman at this point. Heg I can have as the 7th defenseman. I don't want Grolo to be sitting out because he's young and we need to develop him. So, yeah, if we can get Hamilton, I mean, that would be great. Geez, to have I think Hamilton was 85 overall. So to have 87, 87, 86, 85, 85, 80 as our top 6, and then 81 as our backup would be really, really good. Yeah. And then so for forwards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we need 2. And if things completely fall apart, we could always play Judry, however it's pronounced, and Bernier. But like I said, I want them to go down to junior to develop. Before I say that, because if they don't come from junior, they can't go down to junior. I should have actually checked that. So I'm pretty sure Judry was Q. So he for sure can go down, but I didn't check Bernier. He was Q as well. Okay, so we're good then. And that's a little, I'm glad that I thought of that so that I could mention it. It's something to consider because that's something I've discovered previously. Because you don't want them to develop in the AHL, it just doesn't make sense. And because I think that would eat up a year of their contract, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so 1, 2 days. We'll have a look again where everybody's at. So, Kucherov, nobody yet. Carlson, nobody yet. Brandon, nobody. Bjorkstrand, nobody. So that's good news for us still. Defense, Hamilton, nobody. That's surprising. And now we can check the two-way guys. Nobody for goalies. No new forwards defense. Save. One, 2 days. Okay, then go with another day. Good for you. Great, we got you back. That's good news. See, the thing that I find, I mean, it's true even in real life. Some of these players that go to teams that are not competitive, well, I guess in this case, some of those guys, they could play in the NHL rather than AHL. But, yeah, and I guess maybe that's even better. So maybe they're more crazy to sign with us. But I think they think that they're going to play in the NHL, but they're not, given how strong we are. So, all right. Now we want forwards. Carlson, still nobody. Vrana, nobody. Bjorkstrand, 1. Do we bid for him? We need 2 forwards. Oh, I haven't been counting Thompson, which clears up $7 million in cap space. That's a good point. All right, at least I don't think I've been counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have not been counting Thompson. So then if I trade Thompson, that gives us an extra $7 million to sign players. And then almost certainly we'll be able to afford all the players we want to target. I like that idea. Okay, so we're going to trade... Wait. What's the math on these contracts? So Hamilton will say, let's just say 7. So 7 plus, we'll say 7 for Kucherov plus let's say 5.5 for Bjorkstrand plus 3.6 for Carlson plus 5 for Vrana. So 7 for Kucherov, 7 for Hamilton, 5.5 for Bjorkstrand, 3.6 for Carlson, and 5 for Vrana equals 28. So so then the math is dead on if we get rid of Thompson. Or it's approximately dead on. It'll be good enough. Okay, so that makes tons of sense. Thompson's going to expire in a year, so we would have traded him by the deadline anyways, in all likelihood. So whether we trade him now or not, it's kind of not it makes no difference. So that is excellent news and an excellent idea, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, now the question is, what do we try to trade for? We had some prospects we were considering. I just don't know if we have enough in terms of assets to get them. And it also depends on what they're, because we don't want to trade for them and play them given what we're currently doing. So Islanders was the first one. This is Cogliano, so no, he would go to junior. Is those, yeah. So he would go to junior. He is a good target. So maybe. And then the other one was Winnipeg. And Pasternak's still on our list of, it would be nice to get him back, but it's not critical. Valcourt, I think he lacks loyalty, so then that's not a priority. So if we get this Islanders guy, send him down to junior. I mean, really, we could try to go for a first overall, or like a first round, but in theory, a first overall pick, but I would rather a known commodity. So let's see if this can actually happen. Second round pick. It's equal value basically. Just to be sure, we will ask for more. The unfortunate thing here is that, oh, should we trade Thompson to get something that these guys want? Because we'll lose, I think, too much in the trade. Well, let's attempt it first and see what exactly lines up, and then we'll decide from there. We should do this first. Points, so we can trade him. No. 16, he's a D, so no. Don't know about him yet. Arrestor, no. Second round for third, fourth. Because of not enough of this trade, we are meeting their trade block. It could go through without us losing too much value. But basically, if it comes down to the 2 seconds for something stupid, then I'm just not going to do it. Am I okay with this? This one's tough. Yeah, I guess so. How much worse can I accept? I guess we'll go all the way down to a 7th, and then if they don't accept it with a 7th, then I might trade Thompson to get something first, like a first round pick or something, before attempting this trade. Okay, so then that's what we'll do. So let's go to, whoops. Start here. Can we get a first overall pick? So yeah, this might be along the lines of what I'm looking for. Can I do Thompson in a 3rd? So ideally, Thompson in a 3rd for a first, I think, is what I'm going to try to do. They can't do it anyways. Neither. Huh. Okay, then maybe what we'll do instead is Thompson in a 2nd for a first. If that can be done. And actually, in that case, why don't I just keep the first with whoever I would go for, like this. That's if the trade can go through. this will go without the extra pick on their side, then I'd be okay with that. But I'm just trying this just in case, because you never know. Okay. So then we'll try with some other teams, I guess. And then if none of them go, then I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but we'll see. Edmonton, maybe? Nope. Man, Minnesota's not that good. Oh, they don't want the second pick, though. I guess maybe I should just go until I find someone like this. They're pretty bad. They don't even have a pick. Oh, we could try next year's. They don't have the space. This one probably would go through. Really, eh? I'm willing to do a third as well for something else in return. So as long as I get a seventh, I'll do it. Without a seventh, would I still do it? Would I? I don't know. Yes, I would. But I won't do more than that. So forget if I already tried this with them. I don't think so. Is this where I started? I think. Yeah. Okay, then. I guess we'll go back to this team here. I don't think we tried this. Did we try this? This is a lot to give up for just him. Again, these are kind of all extra stuff that we don't really need. So really just getting him in return is kind of enough. And the other thing, the guys, or what to remember, the guys that we're signing, we're probably trading half of them. So we're actually gaining more assets. And so losing in this trade is not really a big deal. Okay, then. Wow. Okay, then what we'll do before we'll trade up some assets here. Kolzig. Oh. Eight and 13, so we can trade that. $13. Anybody want any of these? Doesn't look like it, so we will go for Can we get a second in a trade? Oh, they don't even have one. And they don't want to trade it. Who were the guys we had? Do we have any D? Nobody else. Do we have goalies we could trade? Okay, let's find a team with second round pick. They want a trade that has decreased value. Such as this. Okay, so let's try this out. We should be able to pull this off with some of our odds and ends players. Really, eh? Anybody want? No. Alright, let's keep looking. Anybody else? Here we go. Any of the goalies? No. Nope. Okay, so it looks like no dice. Then we'll have to trade all these random guys for a third. From wherever we can do it. Huh. Not him. Not him. So no with these guys. Pittsburgh, maybe? They don't want to trade their thirds? I guess next year's third. Wow. Nobody wants Jazz. Not him. Any goalies? Probably not. 919-904. Does anybody want any of the other guys? No. Okay, so then it's gonna have to be I guess a fourth pick. That's not what I wanted. We must be able to get a fourth. Really? Jeez, come on. Somebody. We gotta be able to get a fourth out of this. Whoops. Somebody, please. Maybe our fourth pick? Jeez, no way. I can't believe nobody's accepting. Just a fourth pick. I think we started here, didn't we? Yeah. Okay then. Fifth round pick. Well, let's start with just these guys. Then just. And who's the other guy? Barry. And Kolzig. This guy. want next year's 5th. There we go, finally. Okay, all that to get a 5th round pick. And then I guess we'll try again. Thompson. 2 seconds. A third. Cogliano. And a 5th. For a 6. Seven. Oh wait. Huh. Okay then. So we still need to trade more people, I guess. Who else? We're keeping. Get rid of. Get rid of. Okay, so these guys. For maybe a 6. You guys don't have a 6. 6. 7. Then we'll try. Wait, what am I? 4th I want. Maybe even a 3rd? Let's see about the 3rd. Jess. Curry. And is it this guy? Yeah. Curry 4th. And this guy. For a 3rd. So the reason I'm doing a 3rd for a 3rd is because it's so far in the future that nobody's even considering it. So there we go. All right, and then let's try this again. Jeez. I just want to get this guy. Like, I mean, it shouldn't be this difficult. Okay, was there anybody else with value we were going to trade? So we weren't going to trade him. 57 points. Actually, we don't really want to trade him. Okay, then. Doesn't look like we'll be able to get that player with what we have, so then we'll have to trade Thompson for like a second round pick or some odds and ends. Let's go back to Chicago, I guess. They had a second, I believe. No. Who's bad and wants to trade their second? Minnesota's not good. They want to trade. So Thompson for a second and a third. Really? Could I have gotten more, I guess? Maybe. Well, it seemed like, I mean, maybe we won the trade? I don't know. Doesn't really matter so much. It's done. I'm not going to undo it. Okay, so now we have all the space we need to sign everybody, which means we can compete on the Bjorkstrand contract. So Kucherov, Carlson, Hamilton, Vrana, Bjorkstrand. Now, what are we willing to offer? 3 years is right. 1.2 times 5.425 equals 6.51. Are we going to overbid by that much? Let's wait before I do that. So let's do some math again. So we've got 28. So let's say 7.5 plus Hamilton, let's say 7.5 plus Verana, 5.5 plus Carlson, let's say 4 plus, wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 24. It's pretty darn close. I think we can. Is it 6.5? So technically no. Or do we give him exactly what he's asking for? We don't need him, and we're right on the edge of being able to afford him. So then I think we're going to give him exactly what he's looking for. What's 10%? 6 million. Yeah. And otherwise, Boston's a bottom feeder team, so it seems like we got a good shot to get him. 3 years, yeah. So I'm supposed to be done the stream, but I'm want to get these signings done, so we'll go until that point. Why would you go to a crappy team? That's a dumb decision, but I guess if he doesn't want to play with us, that's his problem. So now we for sure, 3 teams are going for Hamilton. We for sure can afford the rest. Now this means we can compete on the price. So 7.125 times 1.2, 8.55. What are we paying Morrissey? 8.525. It's 35. $8.55. Those are all bad teams bidding on him. Yes, we will. 8 plus 7 is 15. Wait, let's do some math. 15 plus 4 Who else has been bid on? Vrana, no. Carlson, no. So 8 plus 15 is 23, so we can do that. That, and that's it. Okay. Next, any two-way guys? Goalies, no. One, two, cool. We'll save. All right, so we have a killer 7 defense. So 87, 87, 86, 85, 85. Hamilton might actually drop slightly, but that's okay. And then Groslo as the 6th, Haig as the 7th. Okay, any changes? Kucherov? No. Carlson, somebody's going for him now, so we will do 3.4 times 1.2 equals 408. He's 35. We'll do 2 years. And we'll have to change that. So 3.65 times 1.2. 365. 1.2 is 438. So we're going to round up to 4.4. Just want to make sure I'm not going for the wrong guy. Yeah. 2 years. 4.4. Vrana is still available. We have Hamilton, so we can delete his name. And that's it for now. Cool, so we got him now. Have we had this guy? I don't think so. Kucherov still there. Vrana still there. We didn't get Bjorkstrand. Don't think there was any substitutes that we were considering, right? Okay, so if we have Carlson, where are we at for our depth? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then Vrana would be 9. We have 17 million. 5 plus 7 is 12. So we can spend about $4 million. Because now I'm thinking about locking in fourth line players. Like Pajot, for example, was a decent option. 1.9. So maybe I'll make a list of fourth line guys. Yeah, we'll do that. Pajot. Is his face-offs good? Yeah. So he'd be a really good fit. Beauvillier too. So I'm gonna take. So what I think, yeah, what I'm gonna do is wait until people start going for the guys. What's his fit? Fourth line. Beauvillier would be good. Beauvillier. Scored. No. Bank. What's your story? No. No. Yarn Croc. He's 36. Smidge old for me. Not good enough. No. 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 He might be. I thought he might have been good, but I guess not. I should go and check this guy just in case. No. No. Nope. I think he played with us. but he wasn't good. He's been good, but his defensive skill's not that great. We let him go. I think he would fit in well. Scott Lawton? Really? It says second line. Okay, so we'll leave it to those two guys. And then we weren't competing on anything else, I think, at the moment. Kucherov, Vrana. I think I checked this already. Nobody for Kucherov. One for Vrana. Okay. So then... Oh, I should pull up what he's asking for first. 3 years, we want 4. Do we want 4? Because that's... Let's do the math, I guess, and see. 4.875 times 1.2 equals 585. Or 5.1 times 1.2, 612, or 585. For the difference, we'll go with 612. 6125. Close enough. Okay. Nobody on Kucherov. Pajot, nobody yet. Beauvillier, nobody yet. So that's good news for us. And that's it for those. Then we want two-way. Nothing new, nothing new. Save. Oh, I should have checked back where I was. Yeah, so we did finish that. Coaches, scouts, extend. Free agents. Yeah. Okay. One. Cool. 2, 3. Dope. So we have Vrana. And I think that means we now have our top 9. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 1, wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes. So we have our top 9. Nobody else yet. If we get Kucherov, then one of those guys goes down to our 4th line, which is just crazy, but that's fine. And then we still have Pajot and Beauvillier, and we should be able to afford all 3, even with overspending. So that's great news. Nobody for Kucherov. Pajot's still good. There's Beauvillier. So he's still good. Then 2-way Svechnikov is willing to do a 2-way. We're probably not going to get him, but we'll go for it. Goalies. There's never any goalies that are 80 or above that go for the 2-ways, which is weird, but so that's that. Let's save. One, 2, 3. Really? You accepted? Wow. I'm surprised, and I won't say no. Oh, wrong thing. Kucherov's skill. So we're probably going to get him at the same price as last year, which is excellent news. Pajot still available. Beauvillier, nobody. And his price decreased. Pajot, no. 2-way contracts. Really, eh? I should be checking how many. Yeah, I still have lots of space. In terms of number of people signed. That's the thing I was wondering about. Nothing there. Save again. One, 2, 3. Maybe I should have said, but the reason I do it in 3-day increments is because typically they take 3 days to decide on their contracts. Okay, so Beauvillier is going. He wants 1 year. We want. Do we want 2? Go with 2 in case we want to just so we control his rights so we can trade him, and then also it lets us decide to re-sign him the following year. So 1.825 times 1.2 equals 219. So that's going to be 2.2. Pretty sure we can afford that. Should have double checked before I put it through, but 2.2 plus 2.2 is 4. Leaves us 8. So we should be okay. It'll depend here, but yeah. Two-way, anybody new? Sissons. Goalies, no. One, two, three. Great. So Beauvillier's off the list. So he's going to be our fourth liner, one of them at least. Kucherov's still there. Pajot's been offered, so we will too. What's the story here? So we want 2 years again. He's asking for less, which is good news. 1,775 times 1.2 is 213. 215. Cool. Kucherov's still there. Nobody for two-way. Save. One. Good stuff. 2, 3. Excellente. So we have 2 of our fourth line. And technically, or theoretically, even all 3, because Kucherov would probably not go on our fourth line. Let's save this first. We have 10 million still, 3 teams going for Kucherov. So we absolutely need to bid now. Kucherov. And we should have this space 6.875 times 1.2. 8.25. Man, we're getting close, but we can still do it. 2 years. Yikes. Okay, so because he's asking for too much, we're going to have to go 1 year. And no matter how well he performs, we're going to be trading him by the deadline. That's interesting. Eight, 2, 5. That sucks. Or do I go at 2 years, 825? What's he asking for 2 years? 7.525 times 1.1 is 82775. 775, so that means 8.32 years. I'm okay if we don't get him, because I think this is what we have to do, just for cap space. What? Oh, future years. Uh-oh. Then why does it let me still do the contract offer? That's stupid. Well, let's see. This is like maybe I'm supposed to have checked that, but that seems just a bit stupid. Okay, wait then. So 103. What's the maximum spending? $114. And what's the math of that? 104.91 plus 10.29 equals 115.2 minus 103.505 equals. How do we not have the cap space then? Doesn't make sense. That makes no sense. I don't understand. Why? How do we not have the cap space? So then it can't be. What? Okay, well, in this case, I'm going to bypass, so theoretically cheat, because from the information that it gives me, I have no idea why I can't sign them for that price. Pajot Beauvillier. So we got our guys. Two. So we tried 8.2. Wait, 8.3. Um, 05 is 7.9. We'll try. See, like, how am I supposed to know? How, like, I can't tell. Like, I'm sure there's maybe a way that I could do the math and figure things out, but this game should do a better job of making it clear. So I'll try again and see. Let's try 6.875 times. And like, rather than him telling me that we don't have enough cap space, it should be the game saying you cannot offer this contract because you can't sign him. Or the other thing is technically you can go over the cap and then make your corrections later, so it just doesn't, none of it makes sense. 1.17, what did I last try? So let's try 2 years at 7.575. Like, this is stupid. Um, 5. And then if this doesn't work, then I'll do the 1 way or 1 year. I'll try a couple things, and then if that doesn't work, then I just can't sign them, I guess. Yeah, see, so stupid. Uh, 7.575. Okay, so I guess we can only offer 1 year. It just doesn't make any sense because well, on top of it, we don't even know what the cap is next season. So how can it tell me that we don't have enough space? Anyways, it's annoying. So it's like I said, I guess you can argue that that's cheating. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't. It doesn't tell me what's wrong with things. I can't fix it. I don't have enough information on what's going on, so just what am I supposed to do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Whoops. And then, oh, wait, no, because we're going to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 forwards? That's not what we're supposed to have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's number 7? 4, 5, 6. Well, he's supposed to come up, but anyways, that doesn't change the spending. We still have 3 million in cap space. So anyways, in terms of the contract stuff, I have no idea. And the game, like, so if we, this tells me total well, I guess total salaries from main and other roster, but it says we have 3.7 in cap space. How much different does our... Oh, yeah, but again, see, this is the problem, is I would have to do the math. So I would have to add, and I thought of potentially doing this, but it made no sense because it's just a waste of time. So I would have to add up all these to figure out what the spending is for next season. But the game should be doing that for you. So what they should have, if I was to correct the game, they would have total salary, one space below, and then above that, NHL salary. So then that way you know, okay, next season I have 87 million spent on NHL players. And then you can approximate well, and then if they even did it based on this year's cap, then that way you know how much you have, or how much cap space you have theoretically, given the current cap. But they could even do projected next year's cap. Like, there's so many different things that they could do to make this make me have the information I need, and it doesn't. Like, there's none of that. So how am I supposed to know this stuff? And I'm not going to do all that math. It's just dumb. Because remember, like, this isn't real life. This is a video game. The video game shouldn't assume that I understand this math thing where I have to add up all the contracts for next season to figure that out. Because there's like 14-year-old kids that want to play this. How are they supposed to know that that's how it works? It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. They need to fix that. And because they don't have that information, and well, obviously they can't fix it on the spot, I cheated. So whatever, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so now we have all of our players, and we have 40 contracts. how many, out of interest, how many defense do we have already signed? So we're going to need to get, so we only actually have 3. Gurlow's going up to the forwards, or sorry, up to the forwards, up to the NHL. So we need a bunch of D with our extra spaces. Goalies, Mrazek's going to go up, but we might turn out, oh, he's down to 79. So we need another goalie. Whoops. Are there any goalies available that we want at least? No. So we'll have to trade for a goalie, but that's okay because we want to see what happens by the end of the offseason in terms of the changes to overall ratings. So yeah, and then some of these other guys I'm sure will be willing to go for 2-way contracts, and so in which case we'll try to sign them. But we don't need to do that this stream because we've already gone over. So yeah, and then just out of interest, I want to see what the trade value is of some of these guys. Kucherov's really gone down, so it's too bad I didn't trade him last season, but can't do much about that now. Anybody else? Morrissey, Hamilton, neither of them had good value. Vrana, Carlson, Pajot, Beauvillier, none of them. Yeah. Okay, so that is not quite where I'm going to stop. 1 second. I want to see one other thing. So that's what we have for assets. So we still have a bunch actually. And that's why the Florida one, because I think that, well, not in the moment, but they were borderline where the value was decreasing. So we didn't get enough back for Thompson. I think that was, no, we traded to Minnesota. In any case, I think we're okay. Cool. Now we'll leave it there. So we don't have much left of the offseason. Next stream is probably going to be the rest of the offseason and the start of the preseason. And then we'll be able to start on the next season, the next stream after that. So anyways, so we will leave it there. If you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. The channel homepage has upcoming streams on regular NHL content. Nothing scheduled at the moment, but probably pretty soon. For things I can't schedule on the platform ahead of time, like franchise mode, that schedules in the About section of the channel. Rather than go through my normal schedule, I have a temporary schedule in the About section of the channel, so have a look there to see which days I'm going to be doing franchise mode. It's always going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. Be a pros whenever I have time or feel like it. Any comments, leave them in the comments. Suggestions likewise. And we will see you guys tomorrow, I think I have scheduled. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. Yes, tomorrow. actually a number of days in a row. Okay, so yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.